All right, Malungelo Booi looks back now at the history of presidential inaugurations in South Africa.
President-elect Cyril Ramaphosa's inauguration on Wednesday will mark the 7th time democratic South Africa swears in a new president. The first time the country did so was way back on the 10th of May in 1994. That was when Nelson Mandela took his oath of office to become South Africa's first black and democratically elected leader. Millions were glued to their television screens to witness that moment. Guests from over 140 countries attended the occasion in person. In his address, Mandela emphasized the importance of building a non-racial society. 5 years later, on June the 16th in 1999, Thabo Mbeki took his oath of office to succeed Madiba. Over 4,500 guests were at the Union buildings that day. Mbeki was back at it on the 27th of April in 2004 as he swore to uphold the country's constitution as its president for the second term. That inauguration was billed at 60 million rand. In his address, Mbeki invoked the ANC's Freedom Charter, vowing that all South Africans would share in the nation's wealth. On the 9th of May in 2009, 15 years after the demise of apartheid, Jacob Zuma became the country's 4th democratically elected president. His rise to power had withstood a series of ethical and legal challenges. During his address to the thousands who had witnessed his ascent to the highest office, Zuma signaled time for renewal in South Africa. 5 years later, in May 2014, Zuma returned for a second term. This time, his inauguration cost a staggering 240 million rand. Among the 4,000 guests at the Union buildings that day was then Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe and Uganda's Yoweri Museveni. In 2019, Cyril Ramaphosa was inaugurated for his first term as president on May 25. That ceremony had a budget of 120 million rand. It also broke with tradition as it was held at the Loftus Versfeld Stadium instead of the Union buildings. While former President Thabo Mbeki attended the ceremony, Jacob Zuma was notably absent. In his address, Ramaphosa promised a new dawn in tackling corruption and the country's other ills, including unemployment. On Wednesday, Ramaphosa will again uphold his right hand and swear to protect the country's constitution. His words will mark the official start of the 7th administration, which, much like the first, will be the government of national unity. Ramaphosa's new government faces a litany of challenges. South Africa remains one of the most unequal societies in the world. It remains to be seen if the government of national unity he will lead will have better luck in its battle against high levels of poverty and unemployment. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Malungelo Booi in Johannesburg.